Good morning, YouTube. It is a powerful, wonderful day, a day for us to create new things and invent new things and achieve new things. For those of us who are in the vortex, and I've been talking about this book, Getting into the Vortex by Extra and Jerry Hicks, we are totally unlimited in our energy and totally unlimited in our quality of life and our abilities to do everything that we want to do and achieve all of our dreams. We are totally accepted and loved, and in all areas we have cast out fear and we've cast out doubt. 1 John 4:18 says perfect love casts out fear. We've achieved that. We've accepted that unconditional love that casts out fear, and we've accepted that. We've accepted the unlimited mind that brings us all abilities, and we've accepted all substance as being here and present, and we're letting all substance flow. We're letting all energy flow. We're letting all abilities flow, and we're letting our mind create all things that'll bring us prosperity and abundance this morning. So it's a marvelous day. It's a wonderful day. And as we look out across this world, we see that this entire world is beginning to change. The entire world is beginning to grow more prosperous because of so many people which are seeing and benefiting from things such as this vortex, and benefiting from raising their consciousness and looking to see that we are in a new age, and that we're in a time of abundance, and a time when we can raise our consciousness to see marvelous things. And so as we rise above all thought of limitation and selfishness, we begin to be able to accomplish marvelous things. Let love reign this morning. You have everything to gain. The truth is plain. Get rid of the pain. Well, get rid of all of the pain and sorrow and difficulty, and let love reign in patience and understanding and joy and peace and ecstasy and enchantment of every kind, and let your life be full of all sorts of adventure, because it's all flowing out of the vortex. If you will get in the vortex, your life will be filled with every type of adventure and joy and ecstatic enchantment of every kind. And you can have all of that to gain when you get in the vortex. What is our level, though, of acceptance of the vortex? We want to get into that. We want to have the law of attraction. Well, our law of attraction depends upon the level of acceptance and the level of our level of allowance, and our level of depending upon the law of allowance. LOA, acronym LOA. You need to remember that. LOA. That stands for the law of attraction. But it also stands for the law of allowance. And so you have to allow all of these things which are in this vortex to begin to flow in your life, and that will increase your attraction. And so that becomes the law of attraction to you. The law of allowance, the level of your allowance, or the level of your acceptance, becomes your level of attraction. And so you remember all of those things have LOA in them. And so that's easy to remember. What is our level of acceptance of infinite and unconditional love? All unconditional infinite love is here this very moment. We don't have to ask when is it going to come, or when did it come, or how much is going to come, but it's all because it's all here this very moment. All we have to do is lift our level of allowance to allow that infinite love to flow in our life, and we will have all creativity and power and energy that we need in our life. When it says perfect love casts out fear, that means that if we can get rid of that fear of limitation, that will get rid of all those things which are dissipating our energy and causes us. We get up and we have fears. We get up and there's 100 fears that we have to overcome. But we get rid of those fears, then the energy begins to flow. We have been given all love and substance and abundance, past tense. What is our level then of acceptance? Belief in fear and lack only destroys our energy and prevents a lot of the creativity we otherwise would have. What are we able to create and manifest for ourselves, and what can we do to help the world then becomes lessened by our false belief in lack and limitation. We in actuality, we get into this vortex, and we become anointed with the oil of wealth and the oil of health. Getting into the vortex anoints us with the oil of health and the oil of wealth and the oil of prosperity and the oil of quality of life, and all those types of things comes flowing out of that vortex. Out of our innermost being flows the rivers of living water, and out of our innermost being which is the vortex, flows all good things. And so we got to get in there and let that flow. We should raise our awareness to see where this is coming from and how truly unlimited it all is and how all present it is. As we look across the world with our eyes, we see so very much that is good and great. But we can see 1,000 times more that is good and great and substance filled and magnificent and abundant without the use of the physical eye. We develop it. We get in the vortex. We develop an eyesight that is 1,000 times stronger than the eyesight we have now. We develop a spiritual, intuitive, sixth sense out type eyesight that can see all the marvelous things that are going on in this world. And what you see is what you get. When you see with your spiritual eyes, that is what you get, because you understand what is actually there and how to get into the vortex of achieving it. The eyes of our awareness can easily recognize infinite love, good, and substance, and then our creativity becomes boundless. Our mind has no limitation at all. So let us see more then with our real eyes, the eyes of our mind, the eyes of our spirit, our spiritual and mental eyes, and we will not let our physical eyes deceive us. A lot of the things that brings fear, everything that brings fear, fear of limitation, is those things which we are seeing with our physical eyes. It's not those things which we're seeing with our spiritual eyes. All light and all love is infinitely immediate and present in every location and in each and every second. Therefore, there is absolutely nothing keeping us from recognizing and fully manifesting our abundance. We should rejoice then with an intense and overflowing joy, since love, substance, and wealth is infinite. We have so much to rejoice about. We have so many things that we can wake up and enjoy. We have so much prosperity, and we have so much abundance just all around us. We have so many creative ideas which will flow just plethurously and inexhaustibly and just continually in 100,000 different spectrums of inventiveness and creativity, and we truly then become powerful creators. Has been stated over and over. You see all over YouTube, we are powerful creators, and many people on Tanya Love's channel, for instance, she always mentions the fact that we are powerful creators, and many of the other channels will mention that too. But we are powerful creators, and so we should realize that the way that we achieve that is by getting into the vortex and letting those creative ideas really flow plethurously the way they will when we get in that vortex. But why then should we rejoice in a small way? Why should we just rejoice? Just say, "Oh, I'm grateful," and just kind of pass it off like that. Why should we rejoice in a small way when good is so infinite, large, and all present, and we ourselves are immortal? With all that means. And I told you that there's 5 eyes about that immortality and about that infinite mind and about how that we are immortal right now. And that's the 5 eyes that you need to realize. What is the importance of the fact that you are immortal now? What's the importance of the fact that God is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent? What is the importance of that? Is 1, and 2 is, what is the implication of that in your life, and what is the intensity of that? what should the intensity of that in your life be? How intense should you be in rejoicing about that? And what does our immediate and infinite immortality imply? What should that imply in how much power and energy and creativity we have? How important is it for us to understand the immediacy of our immortality and the infinite nature of our life? And how intense should we be in being grateful for that and being thankful for that and utilizing that power? And what does that indicate when we say God is omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient, and we say we are immortal and totally have an infinite mind and are totally one with infinite mind? What should that indicate to us as to what our energy level should be? What should that indicate to us as to what we were able to accomplish? What should that indicate to us as to the level of our abundance? What is inherent in the thought? What is inherent in that thought that we are immortal and that we are have an infinite mind? What is it? What should we realize is inherent within that? What comes with that, and what is inherent with it, and what goes with it? We should think about that. What is the immediacy of it? How immediate is our immortality? How immediate is our infinite mind? Is it something that's just kind of off out there somewhere, or something we will someday realize, or is it immediate right here with us right now? We are actually immortal right now. And all that is going to change is the level of our awareness of how immediately immortal we are. We will become more and more aware of our immortality as the days go by, but we don't become more immortal. We're as immortal as we'll ever get. What will that illuminate in our life? How many things will that illuminate? When you realize that you're totally immortal, you have an infinite mind, you're one with infinite mind, you're one with omnipotence and omniscience and omnipresence of God and all. When you realize you're one with all of that, what will that illuminate? What lights will that turn on? How many lights will that turn on in your mind? How many creative thoughts will that bring you? How many wonderful, marvelous, ecstatic, enchanting, and prosperous thoughts will that bring you? What will that illuminate in your life? How can that instruct you? How do we instruct ourselves? By letting ourselves know that we're immediately immortal. What will it instruct us? So we have all those different eyes. The implication, the importance, the intensity, the indication, the inherent power in it, the immediacy of it, the illumination of it, and the instruction of it. All of those things come from realizing our immortality, and we get into that vortex, and that helps us to realize. The more we get into this vortex, the more we'll realize the immediacy of our immortality. Rejoice then with an intense and overflowing joy, since love, substance, and wealth is infinite. Your gratitude and rejoicing must be appropriate to what you want to recognize fully. Be awesomely and intensely grateful and enthusiastic about knowing that you are worthy and deserving of abundance and love and all good things. You're worthy of receiving all good things and all abundance. You're worthy of being as wealthy as you could possibly bring your mind to think of. And as I say, write down everything that you can write down in the book about how wealthy you want to be. And you're worthy of every last dollar of it. You're worthy of every last piece of prosperity that you can achieve, that you can write down. Be magnificently and mega excited then and grateful in knowing that the abundance you are declaring and fully accepting will definitely come. So here is an affirmation to make. I am all abundance now and already contain all energy and creative power. Therefore, infinite wealth is in me and easily flows from me and through me. I am the prosperity which I seek, and I will totally rejoice in proportion to what this is saying and revealing. Now, that's a good affirmation to make. I'm going to rejoice in direct proportion to what this all implies and what this is all revealing and what this is all showing me. I will rejoice in proportion to what I know is in the vortex. Once you know that there is an ocean of prosperity and creative energy now within you, and that is the real you is that prosperous you. The real you is that abundant you. And so declare that. And we'll talk to you on the next video.